Good evening, everyone. Maayong gabi, magandang Jensen. I am so happy to be with you virtually in the DISTAS 2022, now held in Jensen. I'd like to pay my respect first to the following dignitaries. I'd like to start with District Governor-elect, who was the All-Star Team District Secretary, Lilo Alinio, my BFF, the District Rotaract Chair, who was also the All-Star Team District Rotaract Chair then, Dr. Bolin Puno, Filipinas MDIO Chair, past District Rotaract Representative, Alster Tecaro, my Alimango partner, past Assistant Governor, and also an All-Star Team President, Joel Inabangan. By the way, congratulations for hosting a very successful DISTAS. Also here in Jensen, we have the RC Metro, the youngest president, Bong Chong-son, past District Rotaract Representative, Aiza Morana, and incoming End Polio Now coordinator, the deputy End Polio Now coordinator, who was also an all-star team president, Ricky Andres. To the district officers, Rotaractors, and friends. Again, I am very happy to be with you today. As much as I wanted to join you face to face, there are things that I am still managing as of today, and that is mental health. I'm going through my anxiety, and hopefully, baby steps, I'll get to visit Jensen one of these days. Nevertheless, I just remind myself amidst all these activities and this pandemic situation, and I am drowning in all this, I just wear my life jacket of peace. Letter P, and it stands for perseverance, passion, and prayers. And that's all that keeps me afloat. So what would you like me to talk about? Actually, I asked Shivi, and she said, Tita, please prepare a 15-minute speech. Actually, my introduction is longer than my speech. But allow me to share with you this speech I delivered years back, and it is very relevant in these times. I would like to share these thoughts, beginning with what is better than. First, what is better than negative? Let me take you through a very simple math exam. I'll rattle off a couple of equations and you tell me what you observe about the equations. I know you Rotaractors are very smart. You may want to put the answer in the chat box or raise your hand. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 9 plus 2 equals 11. 8 plus 4 equals 13. And 6 plus 6 equals 12. Shall I give you an hour to think about it? Tell me, what did you observe? A number of you will immediately say, 8 plus 4 is not 13. It is 12. You are correct. But you could have also observed that the three other equations were correct. The 3 plus 4 equals 7, 9 plus 2 equals 11, and 6 plus 6 equals 12. What is my point? Many people immediately focus on the negative instead of the positive. Most of us focus on what's wrong with the other people more than what's right about them. You will definitely experience this in the world. You do 100 good things and one mistake, chances are your attention will be remembered or called on that one mistake. So what's better than focusing on the negative? Believe me, it's focusing on the positive. Second, what is better than working hard? We have always been told to work hard. Our parents, our employers, our friends, and even our colleagues. But there's something better than merely working hard. It's working smart. It's taking time to understand the situation and coming out with an effective and efficient solution to get more done with less than time and effort. As the Japanese say, there's always a better way. Let me tell you of a case of an empty soap box which happened in one of Japan's biggest cosmetic companies. The company received a complaint that a customer had bought a box of soap that was empty. It immediately isolated the problem to the assembly line, which transported all the packaged boxes of soap to the delivery department. For some reason, one soap box went through the assembly line empty. Management tasked its engineers to solve the problem. Post haste, the engineers worked hard to devise an X-ray machine with high-resolution monitors manned by two people to watch all the soap boxes that passed through that line to make sure they were not empty. No doubt, they worked hard and they worked fast. But a rank and file employee that was posed the same problem came out with another solution. He bought a strong industrial electric fan and pointed it at the assembly line. He switched the fan and it simply blew the empty boxes out of line. Clearly, the engineers worked hard, but the rank and file employee worked smart. So what's better than merely working hard? It's working smart. Third, what is better than dreaming big? Surely you have been encouraged to dream big and even reach for the stars. In fact, the saying is true. If you aim for nothing, that is exactly what you'll hit. Nothing. But there's something better than dreaming big. And one of the biggest dreamer of all time was Walt Disney. Remember the song with the lyrics, When You Wish Upon a Star? So please put your earplugs. I'd like to sing this for you. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. Okay, so now you heard me sing. This is just for you, Shivi. Okay, is that what you want to do? Just dream? This is where the word Imagineering came about. Way, way before RI President-elect Jennifer Jones thought of the theme, Imagine Rotary. So we are not just to dream big. The problem with dreaming, it's Imagineering. You will not find this word in a dictionary. It's purely a Disney word. Those who engage in Imagineering are called Imagineers. The word combined the words imagination and engineering. In the book Imagineers, Disney's CEO, Michael Eisner, claims that Imagineers turn impossible dreams into real magic. We as Imagineers can turn impossible dreams into real magic. The big difference with Imagineers is that they do it. So don't just be a dreamer, be an Imagineer. Fourth, what is better than a vision? I believe that each of us are born leaders. And as leaders, one must have a vision. But surprise, there's something more potent than a vision. It's a cause. If all you're doing is trying to reach your vision and you're pitted against someone fighting for a cause, chances are you will lose. The Vietnam War is a classic example. Literally, with sticks and stones, the Viet Cong beat heavily armed US Army to surrender, primarily because the United States had a vision to win the war, but the Vietnamese were fighting for a cause. In the realm of business, many leaders have visions of making their company number one, or grabbing market share, or forever increasing profits. Nothing really wrong with that vision. But take the example of Sony founder Akio Morita. He did not just have a vision to build the biggest electronic company in the world, that is Sony. In his biography, Made in Japan, he reveals that the real reason he set up Sony was to help rebuild his country, which had just been battered by the war. He had a cause. He was fighting for his vision to be an electronics giant was just secondary. What's the difference between a vision and a cause? Here's what sets them apart. No one is willing to die for a vision, but people will die for a cause. You possess a vision. A cause possesses you. A vision lies in your hand. A cause lies in your heart. Just a word of caution. You must have the right vision, and you must be fighting for the right cause. In the end, the right will always win out. It may take time and it may take long, but if you have the right vision and are fighting for the right cause, you will prevail. If not, no matter how sincere you are, if you are not fighting for what is right, you will ultimately fail. For fighting for the right cause, it's not a matter of getting involved, it's getting committed. Speaking of involvement and commitment, there is this story. I like telling stories. There is the story about the pig and the chicken. The pig said to the chicken, "What shall we have for breakfast?" The chicken suggested, "Let's have ham and eggs." The pig said, "Oh no, not ham." The chicken replied, "Why not? I'll furnish the eggs and you the ham." Then the pig said, "For you, it's involvement, but for me, it's total commitment. Which will you be for your club next year? Will you be the chicken or will you be the pig?" Either way, both of them gave it best. It was in the degree of giving that made the difference. So, my final review in retrospect, what is better than focusing on the negative? It's to focus on the positive. What's better than working hard? It's working smart. What's better than dreaming? It's imagineering. So remember Rotary's theme for Rotary year 2022-2023? Imagine Rotary. What is better than doing something for yourself? It's doing something for your country, for your community, for the world. And what is better than a vision? A cause. So this is where together we will make history. Together we will end polio. Rotary's top priority is to end polio now. If we go back to history, the first drop of polio was given to a Filipino child in the Philippines by then RI President James Bomar. In the year 2000, the Philippines was declared polio-free. But in 2019, we had an outbreak of circulating polio vaccine-derived virus. Again, in 2020, WHO declared the Philippines polio outbreak free. So we're very close to ending polio, but we're not yet there. There are 3 cases of wild polio virus, and that's 2 in Pakistan and 1 in Afghanistan. Our role is to help end polio, and we can do this by raising awareness and raising funds. And I want you to do your share. And by doing your share, I understand that it is mandatory that the DRR's thrust is to donate $50 for this year. So what is $50? $50 times 52 pesos, that's around 2,600 pesos, correct? Now let's just divide it by 10 months. That's 260 pesos. Now in the DTTS in Cebu, no less than past president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente confessed, and this is JN. JN, are you in the room? Okay. JN confessed that he drinks 5 milk tea in a month. So 5 milk tea in a month, how much is 1 milk tea? About 200 pesos? Or maybe, let's say, 150 pesos. So if JN can consume 5 milk tea in a month, he will now only consume 3 glasses of milk tea. Why is that? The 2 glasses he will reserve for polio. See, it's doable. You just don't realize it. And this is one way of your paying it forward, of your thanking Rotary because you are walking thanks to Rotary. I hope you will join us in this laudable project and be part of history. Actually, Rotary Year 2022-2023 is also a historical year because this is the year where Rotaract is elevated. And when you are elevated, it comes with responsibilities. We will treat you amongst our peers. Though we still think of you as the young kids, but you are too mature in Rotary, in Rotaract. Rotaract is no longer a program. Rotaract is now at level with Rotary. And soon, the future of Rotary will be yours. I hope to see more of you Rotaractors to be full-fledged Rotarians in the near future. And when you see me, please pat me at my back and say, Tita Meanne, I am now a Rotarian. And I'll be the first to shake your hands. So for as long as I am around, I will be a Rotarian because I owe so much to Rotary. So congratulations, my dear Shibi Resolado, the all-star team Rotaract president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente Community Base, who will now be inducted as the District Rotaract representative of District 3860. So thank you very much for making me a part of this event. Maayong gabi, magandang gabi, and good evening. Magandang Jensen.